What's up, everybody? Welcome to ChallengeXpress. Choo choo! Where we express our feelings on MTV's The Challenge. What's up, Nicole?
Not too much.
So yeah, you are joined here by the Valentines. Me, Tom, my sister, Nicole. And we like talking about the challenge, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go over episode 6 of Total Madness.
One of my favorite titles from one of my favorite songs, Love Will Tear Us Apart.
I just think of Tommy Wiseau. You're tearing me apart, Lisa!
That's a Joy Division song. Love will tear us apart again.
All right. I could dig it.
Okay.
We don't actually talk about the challenge. We just make movie references and song references.
Can we cut that part out?
No, we're leaving it definitely in now.
Great.
But yeah, let's get into the episode. Like I said, yeah, episode 6. Episode 6 and only, well, the third red skull is given out. 3 people have red skulls after this. After we see how this elimination falls, how this elimination goes with Rogan versus.
Firstly, let me just say how unhappy I am with the structure of this episode.
Oh my God! Yeah, we could start off like that. Yes, very lackluster episode. Extremely disappointed because last episode I thought was like a lackluster episode, so I thought this episode was going to be jam-packed.
Just give us a full episode. Like it becomes underwhelming when you leave it with this like cliffhanger, and then something just kind of mediocre happens. Like you just give me a full episode.
Yeah, I have a theory on why it may have been the way it was, but yeah, no, I agree. When the episode ended, I didn't know the episode ended. I thought the challenge ended. I thought we were gonna go into like house nominations. I know.
When it ended. It ended so abruptly, like I watched it after it aired, and so I didn't remember what time I started it, so I kind of like lost track of time, but I was really just going by like the landmarks of the episode, and I'm like, oh, okay, we're like 3/4 of the way through this episode, and then the credits started rolling. I was like, cool.
Yeah, hopefully we get back to the normal schedule, but we will take what we can get.
Yeah.
So yeah, we go right into the elimination, finishing up the elimination where Jay gets smashed to the ground. And at first, we were on point with our prediction. Even though you heard one of the medical guys say you got the wind knocked out of you. So that's what we predicted.
No, that's what you. I didn't think that. I thought he was like dead.
Okay.
Well, so that was.
Yeah, the wind knocked out of him, which seemed to be the case at first, but as the rounds went on, Jay seemed to be very confused about the rules of the game.
That was really scary and sad to watch.
Yeah, it was scary. Yeah, it was very surreal.
I don't like head injuries. Freak me out. If head injuries don't freak you out, then you're weird.
Yeah.
But
once their brain rattling around inside.
And just seeing him like, oh God, I like wanted to cry, even though I don't really like him. But him being like, well, but what are the rules? I only went twice, and I'm like, and then he's like, I'm confused, and I was like, oh
no. Yeah.
Oh, we lost him.
Yeah.
But I like that he didn't quit. You know, even in that state that he was in, he was like, let's go. But even when he said let's go, like he seemed so scared when, trying to throw it and.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that tackle scared the shit out of him.
Yeah. I don't blame him. The fact that I don't know if I would have kept going. I would have been like, I'm fucking out. Like, I'm done. Yeah. I
mean, if he was fine and didn't have any concussion symptoms, then I would have wanted him to keep going. But once, the medical person says, we need to bring him in for a CT scan. I'm not risking.
He comes out and he just starts.
Wait, what?
A CT scan.
Yeah, it's like the CT we know.
Like a joke, like CT comes out and starts scanning him.
Oh yeah, I thought you meant scanning because CT's big. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to ChallengeXpress. God, where are we?
not medically cleared to finish. It was hard to watch. It was
because this was one of the most positive impacts a rookie has had in a long time.
But I like, TJ is like, we'll see you again. You'll be back, man.
Oh yeah, that's gonna, usually the question comes up, will we see this person again? But TJ answered that question for us. He said he's positive. He's positive.
Yeah, which means he's probably already gotten the invite for next season.
Yeah, a lot of people are mad in the Challengeverse that he didn't get to stay in the game because people thought the 2 red skulls would mean something.
Like if he loses an elimination, he only loses 1 red skull.
Yeah. But
that would be so. That kind of threw. It was interesting that he went home because it killed any predictions that we had about red skulls, about being able to kind of trade them.
Having multiple.
I was it would be interesting if he got eliminated and TJ's like, all right, who do you want to give your 2 skulls to? Yeah,
but then that defeats the purpose of you gotta win elimination to run a final. So
yeah, you would have to word it, you need a red skull, not you need an elimination. If TJ said you need a red skull to get into a final, doesn't matter how you get it, you can get it by trading, whatever. But so like option 1 would be he is eliminated and gets to choose who the 2 red skulls go to, or he doesn't actually get eliminated, he just loses 1 of his red skulls.
Yeah.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah, I wouldn't have minded that. Yeah, stay in the game, you still have 1 red skull.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm saying that now, but maybe if that happened, I'd be really mad about it. So
just like the red skull, like the emphasis on red, because other people had white skulls on their helmets, which means they win eliminations. Obviously, the red skull means you win elimination and you're also eligible for the final this season.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming, like, if they keep this trend with the helmets and the daggers and the skulls, that next season they're all going to be white again. Like, they're not going to be red from this specific season.
Yeah, they would be white again.
I don't know. Rogan wins his first elimination. And,
that was his first time in an elimination too, right?
First time in elimination, and it was short-lived. He definitely put the pedal to the metal. Was not joking around with Jay.
Yeah. He did what he said he was going to do. They almost murder him. All right, so now shall we move on to... I am going to get really mad.
No, I'm interested to hear your point of view here.
All right, so
Jenna and Zach?
Yeah, let's just go into Jenna and Zach and just talk about the whole episode of Jenna and Zach.
Yeah.
So, you start with the video call, the first call, he's dodging her, she calls again.
And stop, he's dodging her. So, let's dissect that. Your girlfriend, soon-to-be wife, is across the world. You find out something suspicious from 2 years ago. You decide to dodge her calls? You're about to be married. You need to call her and work it out.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, from somebody who's been in multiple relationships.
And serious.
He's clearly did something wrong and feels guilty about it. And he's actually the guilty one, and now he's digging to try to find something to get mad at her about and turning it as like he's the victim, where I could bet money that he did something he feels guilty about.
Okay, I didn't think about that, and that's something that somebody who not in a serious relationship doesn't think about. Nice.
Anytime a guy has ever been like, oh, are you cheating on me? Or
3 years ago, like you smiled at this guy.
Whenever like a guy becomes, or the partner becomes untrustworthy and accuses you of cheating, they are usually the one who's cheating. And they feel guilty, and they're trying to push their guilt onto you to make you feel bad and confuse you and make you think that you're wrong when really they're the one fucking things up. So
okay,
it's not a good look at all. And yeah, you're mad at her. Okay, you're about to get married though. Why? Like,
what, are you just gonna ignore her for the rest of your life after you're about to get married? Like,
and you're so mad about something that happened 2 years ago. It just seems so bizarre.
Yeah.
Like, And he just seems so extra, where I feel like I don't even know you anymore.
Right, yeah.
The fact that he hacked into her account and went through her private messages,
That alone
is like, all right, one, you usually do that when you feel guilty, so you want to find something about the other person. You know what I mean? So you're
or,
like,
I mean, it's play devil's advocate if you're really suspicious.
she's away.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
What?
Suspicious of what? Winning $1 million? Yeah.
She's not even currently able to use her phone, so
Yeah.
anything he would be looking would be old. It just, it doesn't make any sense. So the fact that, one, he doesn't trust her and went into her phone or whatever account, Instagram account, that alone, I would break up with you and be like, you don't trust me. What are we doing here? Don't go into my account. So there's a lot of issues, and it sucks because I like them, but now I'm like, as a couple.
Yeah, and they're still together. They have a YouTube channel I told you about. Yeah, they're still together.
Yeah.
For some reason, for a glimpse, I was like, you know what? They met on the challenge. They fell in love on the challenge, blah, 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 blah. I think they would have been in a healthy relationship if they started off as friends. I don't know if that's like cliche.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. They would have a healthy relationship if
because they would have seen each other single. They
like,
can't stand to like see each other single, and like it drives them crazy. Like if they were single for a month 2 years ago, and then they hooked up, and I don't know.
They have a very tumultuous relationship where I don't know. I think if he didn't cheat on her multiple times, maybe things, I don't know. Like I believe her when she says she's never cheated on him. Like Jenna seems like she's just been crazy about him forever, and he's always the reason that it doesn't work out because he cheats or blah blah whatever. So I don't know. It kind of seems like she could do better, but then again, she keeps falling for it. So maybe not. Another thing that I was thinking during all of this, first of all, if he cared about her, you never give somebody an ultimatum when she's here doing something that she really, wants to be doing, has a chance to win money. You're going to give her an ultimatum, basically.
It's half business trip, half vacation, half like, it's just.
If you don't come home, like he basically said, if you don't come home, that's it. And over what? Something that happened 2 years ago when you guys weren't together? What?
Something else is,
Something else is up. Something else is definitely up. And I remember thinking to myself, I don't care what we don't know about their relationship. If she goes home, I'm done with her. That is the most just weak.
Oh yeah.
I want nothing to do with that. And I was really disappointed when Tori said, if Jordan asked me to come home, I would probably do it.
You think she said that to psych her out, or you think Tori actually believes that?
I wouldn't expect that from Tori. And I loved Jordan was like, if you asked me to come home, I wouldn't. And I would hope that you would, if we cared about each other, you would understand that we would deal with it when we got home. Like
it's like, like Jordan said, you would wait for me to finish my business and come home. What's the problem with waiting? What, are you going to go hook up with somebody else? Well, that means that there was never love between us,
If a guy ever gave me an ultimatum like that, I'd be like, bye. Like, hell no. Like, oh, you're going to break up with me if I don't come home to argue with you about something that happened 2 years ago?
Yeah. And imagine she goes home, it lasts like 20 minutes, and then that's it. And it's like, well, I wish I was back on the challenge.
Or they make up. They go home and they make up.
Yeah.
Cool. They could have gone home and made up after she won $1 million.
Yep.
Like
that's what Jordan is saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So so now there's a bunch of other things. It is like a domino effect because now, she basically says, I know I'm going home. It's just a matter of when. Yeah. So she's checked out. She wants to go home.
At that point, do you think,
And then TJ, brings it up. And I love that. I love that he called her out. And she decides not to say anything. All right, Jenna's not stupid. She's been in the challenge a while. In her head, she knows she can just get voted into elimination instead of quitting.
Yeah.
Go into elimination and let one of your friends get a red skull and go home and deal with your business. Do I agree with it? No. Is it better than quitting? Both, you shouldn't do either.
I don't know if you can get better than quitting, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. If she goes into this next elimination and loses, I'm convinced that she did it to set it up.
It's so frustrating. I hate being in the unknown. Does Jenna want to go into elimination and be a beast, or does she want to go home?
I think she wants to go home. I think she's for the camera and for her fans and for TJ, trying to make it seem like she decided she's going to stay when deep down she knows she's going to leave. It's just a matter of how am I going to leave and make it look like it wasn't intentional.
But her going home to a friend makes it look like she went home voluntarily. So if she goes against like this episode kind of lined up Tori to be an elimination.
But
Tori gets the house vote, and if Jenna votes herself in against Tori, then that's fucking suicide.
Yeah.
Jenny lost to Davon in a physical elimination. You think she could beat Tori? Hell no.
Yeah, so I think how next episode plays out with Jenna, like regarding elimination, like if Jenna goes home next week because of an elimination, I'm convinced it's set up, and
whether she got outplayed. If she loses, she quit.
I'm done with her, and I think the challenge should be done with her too. Like, I'm sorry, you get in a fight with your boyfriend over some stupid he said, she said, went through her phone shit, and you're gonna give up on this where other people would love to be in your position. Nope. Sorry, Jenna, she's one of my favorite, but after that episode, I was like, I can't fuck with you anymore.
Yeah, it's just been building up with Jenna in general.
Yeah, in general.
What do you think about Zach? You'd still like to see him on the challenge?
I think he's really good looking, so yes. You just want to look at him, but I think he's an asshole.
Yeah, I think he's funny. I don't think he's a great boyfriend by any means. He's a horrible boyfriend, but mind him on the challenge at the end of the day.
I don't know.
I'd rather him than Jenna at this point.
Yes, yeah. Jenna, I like, she already was non-existent, and now saying that she's gonna quit. Why are you here? If it takes something that small to make you quit, and if you're with somebody who's about to end your relationship and engagement over something that happened while you guys weren't together 2 years ago, I don't want anything to do with you. Go away.
I'm starting to feel worse and worse about it, like thinking that Jenna is just going to quit. Because even at the end of the episode when Bananas had a confessional and he was like, why would Nani choose Jenna to be in the tribunal?
I think there was a lot of conversations that we didn't see regarding Jenna and her friends and how this is all going to play out.
Yikes. And that's probably why the fucking challenge was a shit show with people accusing people of throwing challenges.
Yeah. Yeah, so then that kind of leads into exactly.
You want to, Bear and Kailah, we can go over them if you'd like.
Sure.
We'll finish the challenge last because that was the last half of the episode anyway.
Bear and Kailah.
Bear and Kailah. I love Banana's analogy. Would start off as a small stream, found its way into the Niagara Falls.
No, the Grand Canyon.
Huh?
The Grand Canyon.
Oh, Niagara Falls. Yeah, Grand Canyon. Boom. Nelson, even Nelson with, I think, the first wise words he's ever said in a confessional, he was like,
yes!
What are you doing, Kailah? Like, you're ruining a 3-year relationship over a fuckboy. We all know who Bear is.
I wrote down that this was the first time for me in challenge history that Nelson said something, sounded intelligent, and I agreed with it.
Yes, I actually wrote the same thing.
I was like, he said it very well.
Nelson with some wise words for the first time in his life.
I wrote, Nelson speaking that truth.
The truth. He follows up with a poor display of mental health towards the end of the episode, or mental awareness, I should say.
Well, I don't know. I think that there's a lot of things that probably happened that's leading to, like, there had to be something that made him feel that way.
Well,
That
that's what we're talking about with Jenna and Zach. So I'm assuming the whole Jenna wanting to go home made him feel that way. So like it planted the seed in his head. So he sees Anissa perform poorly and is automatically Nelson, doesn't think much.
I do. Yeah, he definitely overreacted, but I don't think that. I think there was some truth in what he was saying.
I think there could be some truth. I don't know.
I don't necessarily think Anissa threw that challenge because there would be no benefit in her throwing it. Like, if she wins, she'd put herself in. Yeah. And if she loses, like, it didn't make sense for her to throw.
Nelson's thought process didn't make sense on why Anissa would throw it.
Yeah, because you can still go into the elimination and win. So there's no reason for anybody to throw a challenge to try to go into, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think he was overthinking it and it didn't actually make sense, but I do think he felt that way for a legitimate reason, that people are acting differently because they want to go in against Jenna. And I think he's just upset about that, and he was taking it out on Anissa.
And it kind of did seem like the whole house knew something we didn't about Jenna.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's conversations that happened, and
the Holy Trinity is just a relationship drama.
That's what I wrote. I wrote the Holy Trinity is a mess.
Literal hot mess.
But yeah, Bear and Kailah. I mean, I don't know. I don't really have much to say about it. Like, to me, it's just.
Yeah, I mean, I guess just going over the prank.
Yeah, I think it's like really embarrassing. She's in the, come on, like what? She's like 25 or something. Get your shit together. I'm on national TV, but also I don't know why she's so upset, because you don't cheat on, if you're in a happy relationship, you don't accidentally get tempted and hook up with somebody. You clearly were not happy in your relationship. Like, that doesn't happen. So, or you were drunk, which is even worse. And the fact that she's so upset, it's like, well, you clearly don't care about the guy back home, so just break up with him.
Yeah, because she's upset about how Bear is not treating her with the care that she wants.
He's a fuckboy.
Yeah, he's a fuckboy.
What do you expect?
Yeah, that's why Kailah is just like, ugh,
not a good look. And she should feel stupid. She ruined a serious relationship for a guy who does not give a fuck about her. Duh.
And you even heard her in that confessional. She was like, I don't know how I feel. And she didn't want to finish her sentence, but it was, I don't know how I feel about so-and-so back home right now. Like, I'm having doubts.
Yeah. That's going to be rough, going back home, living with somebody and being like, I cheated on you on national TV.
Yeah. And it's like, what do you think as the guy? Like, oh, like, shit, like, now I got to watch this. Like, ugh.
Now you got to kick her out.
And the crazy thing about the prank was it gave us a face. It gave us Kailah's ex's face.
It was Mikey. Yeah. Well, she also said Mikey a couple times.
Yeah, but the whole world knows what he looks like now, It's pretty rough. And he's a popular dude. I think he's a DJ, travels.
Yeah.
So I'm sure.
Yeah, he's going to be so, it's not even, yeah, you're right. Like, now, not only was it spoken about, but his image was actually on TV, being made fun of, and yeah, that's not going to go over well.
Let's talk about that prank, though. That was hilarious. Just like the whole setup. Wes the manipulator, Johnny the pot stirrer, the Fab 2. You're not a fan?
I love when they said the Fab 2 and they're like cuddling together.
Oh my God. I was like, no, my eyes.
I loved it. I thought it was so funny. Yeah, it's definitely me. It was, by putting the photos there, they definitely took it to another level.
Right. That's what made it like a prank almost.
Yeah, that was I don't know, but
it's like, what is the challenge without either one of these two in the house? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking after. I
don't want to say like she deserved it or that's what she got, but she definitely set herself up for it. She was flirting with him.
It coming. Somebody was going to do it.
Yeah, you can't. Them taking her photos though, I would have been really mad. Like, you went through my journal. And took
I would have been mad about that.
I would have been mad about that.
And
But
it even said, B plus K, Bear plus Kailah minus M
it did.
equals heart. Yeah.
Okay, that's really funny.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh yeah. So that's it. I'm done with that.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
Actually, last thing, Kailah cuts it off for now. You think they'll continue?
yeah. No, I think she's done.
Oh yeah?
I think she feels really stupid. I think she regrets it. I think she knows she looks like an idiot, and I think
she isn't mentally strong enough to not continue with Bear.
I think that when the thought of cheating on somebody is this like, oh, like, you know, something that seems exciting, and then she did it, and it's not, once you do it, it's not exciting. Now you're like, oh my God, I got to figure out where I'm going to live when I go back home. I have to tell my boyfriend this. So it's not fun.
It was a little too cold.
Yeah, it's not fun anymore. She actually like pulled the trigger, and now she's thinking about all the repercussions, and it's just, I don't think she'll continue.
Yeah.
Unless she really wants to be with him, but I don't think she does because of the way he's treating her. So
who knows? Who knows? But yeah, halfway through the episode, we get our daily challenge. A lot of drama before this.
Well, before the daily challenge, though, something interesting happened that I had no idea about.
The Kansas City Alliance?
Yeah. I had no idea.
Yeah, that's a cool, I mean, it makes sense. Wes always tries to team up with the rookies and usually go after bananas with the rookies.
No, but he made it sound like he's known them for a while.
Yeah, they're from the same place, so I guess they've crossed each other's paths, or they're just like, oh, Kansas, we're homies. I don't know.
He made it sound like nobody realizes we've known each other for a while.
Yeah.
You know? So, that's interesting.
That's good to have as a rookie.
Yeah, and that kind of brings another dynamic to everything. So, and then just one other thing regarding Tori is I like how she was like how she was saying that she wants Jenna to stay so that way she can go against her and beat her. Like it was kind of shady, but I like that she's thinking that way. Just like, how can I win?
But business is business. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was just another.
I think I skipped over, but I think one of your favorite scenes had to be Jordan and Tori sharing cereal, right?
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah.
They're the cutest.
So yeah, the daily challenge, sponsored by Fast and Furious, which we heard over 10 times or whatever. So that's my theory. I think this episode was all conjumbled and messed up because Fast and Furious's movie was actually supposed to release, but it got pushed back because of the pandemic. So maybe they had something like tied up with the challenge that they were going to do.
Oh, you think that's why the episode was funky?
Yeah. I think they had more planned in the episode to like tie into Fast and Furious, or because the movie was going to release on the same day. Maybe something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's possible. I still really want to know when this season ended. We already talked about this. I know it was going on in October.
October, November, December. I think it ended in December.
Probably before the holidays.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I don't really think the pandemic affected that.
Yeah, or maybe how they edited the video or edited the content after.
Yeah. I don't know. And then I'm curious, what about next season? Wouldn't they normally start filming it right away?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked into that. I will. But
And
then things are opening up. You know, like, I know mixed martial arts, UFC happening tonight, and they're doing a whole bunch of tests on people. So maybe since the challenge is, not as many people crowded together, you only need a specific amount of people and production and cameramen. Maybe they could make it work. I'm not sure.
I wonder though about the reunion. I hope they do.
Well, I think they're doing it online. I could have heard a rumor that they're doing it online, but it could have been a joke as well, because that sounds horrible.
Yeah, that would suck, but whatever. Yeah. All right, so going into this challenge, what, teams of 2?
Teams of 2, they're tethered to you're tethered to your partner with just enough slack to reach all 10 of these magnetic puzzle pieces on this moving rig. Once all 10 puzzle pieces are collected, you must advance to the top of the truck to put together a puzzle. Pretty straightforward. One of the guys goes twice, gets randomly picked. It's Jordan.
I feel like this was a really bad challenge. They should have done this challenge with an even number of people. Letting somebody go twice, especially when there's a puzzle involved, it seems really unfair.
Yeah, we see it didn't really work out this round, but yeah.
But still, I like, you're almost, I don't know, he's guaranteed to.
Yeah, and it was a cool challenge, but I don't think I wanted to see every team fully play it out and 30 minutes of the challenge. I never want to complain about too much challenge, but
you're right. They did show every single, and especially when only 3 out of 12 teams.
Yeah, that definitely had something to do with it.
Yeah, if they just showed the first 3 teams that did it, and then just like do the short clips of eliminated.
People trying to reach that 10th piece or dropping a puzzle piece. Yeah.
I didn't need the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. But let's go over the whole thing. Nah, we'll go over what's important. Jordan and Nani go first, and they put the time up there to beat. And spoiler alert, nobody beats their time. But Jordan immediately thinks of a great strategy that you don't need to use your hands or arms, and you can just roam around the side of this truck with your legs.
Yep.
And that strategy won. So
yeah, the 3 teams that were able to complete were Jordan and Nani, Casey and Bear, and Bananas and Melissa.
Yeah, and Casey and Bear and Bananas and Melissa were competing at the same time, so we saw who finished first. So we knew Bear and Casey weren't going to be a team of winning the whole thing. Yeah. So it was, between Bananas and Melissa and Nani and Jordan. A couple of things. Swaggy C. Oh, I said it. Whoops. Christopher. Apparently 6'4".
I know.
No.
I mean, why would he lie?
So I looked it up, and I found 2 different websites that said 5'8", but then I found a website that said 6'4".
Stalker.
I don't know.
I
thought there was no way in hell he was 6'4". Then I started to see him standing next to some people, and I was like, okay, but maybe, I don't know, 6'4".
I know in wrestling they lie about all the wrestlers' heights, but I don't know why they would do that.
Because he was a college athlete, basketball athlete, so maybe they did lie there and it transferred over.
That's super weird to lie about. Like, who cares?
Yeah, no, it pissed me off. But maybe he didn't lie. But to put in perspective, Theo is listed as 6'5".
Damn.
Like, Swaggy's only an inch shorter than Theo?
I have no idea. I mean, maybe it never crossed my mind that he was super tall, but now that he said it, I also don't disagree. I have no idea.
Yeah, I think Fessy is like 6'5" too, so he's like the same height. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about everybody who made mistakes. That's always fun.
Josh, the only mistake, Josh made a mistake that nobody else made, and it's kicking a puzzle piece off the side of the truck.
Do you think he noticed he did it or no?
I rewatched it, and it really didn't look like he noticed. It looked like he slipped, and his foot just went down. And then
it's probably so loud too. Like, it's not like he would hear it hit the ground. Yeah. At first, I thought he was just lying.
Yeah, me too.
That's such a Josh thing to do, to be like, what? No, I don't know. But I
up at the end. He was like, no, guys, no. He's like, no, that's not fair. Guys, really, I did it.
Poor Josh. Tori handled that. She handled that really well. I was like, oh my God, she's going to lose it. But she handled that with poise. Another question that I wrote down was Jenna throwing it?
No.
No.
Because even Fessy went down and couldn't reach that puzzle piece.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. You're right. And then another person, which we already talked about, was Anissa throwing it. I wrote, it doesn't make sense, so we already talked about, like, it doesn't really make sense for anybody to throw it.
I mean, maybe she would like to go against, it's like, if Anissa knows she's going to get the House vote, it's like, how do you, unless you know you're going to get the House vote, why would you? I don't even know, actually.
But even if you try your hardest and you win, now you can just put yourself in.
Yeah.
Or if you try your hardest and you come in second, you still lost. So either way, it doesn't make sense. Yeah. So I don't think anybody threw it because it doesn't make sense to throw it.
Me neither. So, it was really frustrating after every fucking turn. You threw the challenge.
It doesn't make sense that anybody would throw it. Either way, if you win or lose, you can go into the elimination. So when Bailey, I wanted to punch. I think she's so obnoxious. She gets so mad at Jordan. It does not make sense, Bailey. Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter. If he wins, okay. I understand. Okay, his situation made a little bit more sense. If he won with Bailey, he wanted to get the better time with Nani.
Yeah.
So because if he won with Bailey, Bailey would try to put herself into the elimination. But he could
even if he went with Nani, wouldn't Nani try to put herself into elimination?
Yeah, and either way, he could still. You need to pick a third person, so he could pick Tori and have Tori.
Yeah.
No,
Bailey really rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know if she's going to be able to come back from this one. We'll see. But her reasoning was complete BS.
And to say that he threw the challenge when you were the one who missed a piece, and you were the one who just stood there while he was doing the puzzle.
Jordan, this was supposed to be your challenge to win for us.
Like, I'm sorry, he's supposed to win it for you? Honestly, if I was him...
Don't you have a smart brain, Bailey?
Yeah, if I was him, I would, after her acting like that, I would have intentionally not won with her too. Been like, oh really, I'm supposed to win for us? You know what? No, I'll take the win with Nani. Like, screw you.
Yeah, I don't like to throw this term around, but she was almost victimizing Jordan for not competing well enough.
Yeah, when she was the one who made 2 mistakes.
Yeah. And making Jordan look like the asshole. You know, Jordan, you're an asshole. Yeah, I hear it every day, but this time he actually wasn't.
Yeah, she was almost just like piggybacking on how everybody calls him an asshole and like using that to be like, see, you are an asshole, like everyone says. It's like, you're being the asshole right now.
And this is fact because Bailey said, you threw the challenge, so... What did she say? You threw the challenge, so
yeah, it was basically like,
something about Nani. Where did that Bailey said that he threw because Nani wants to go up against Jenna in elimination.
Yeah, probably because Jenna probably told Nani that, hey, you can go against me and I'll let you win.
That would be so obvious to the audience. It's dumb.
I think it's going to happen.
Well, it's impossible because...
now it can't. Yeah. So, okay, so then her thing was proved wrong.
Right, that's what I'm saying. She couldn't have been more than wrong. I don't even think Nani would do that as a friend, even if Jenna was like, please, I want you to beat me.
Yeah, Bailey...
I don't want, Nani has dignity.
Bailey was so obnoxious and out of line. It's like, you're a rookie. You don't even know what you're talking about right now.
Yeah. She starts crying, and then, she doesn't even wipe her tear off. She just leaves a tear here while TJ's announcing the winners.
And then she, says she's about to punch the camera. It's like, why are you so mad right now?
Yeah.
You messed up. You forgot a puzzle piece.
It really rubbed me the wrong way.
I
was on the fence with Bailey, so...
That kind of, nope.
So now I like Christopher more than her. Yeah. Never thought I'd be saying that.
Same. But that was everything noteworthy, I guess, about the challenge. Yeah.
And then that's where it ended. I mean, we get the winners announced, which are Jordan and Nani. They round out the tribunal with choosing Jenna, like we said. So, yeah, it's an interesting tribunal. I don't know if Jordan can just if he I can't think of the word, but
Are you okay? Thomas, are you okay?
all right, yeah. Still can't think of the word. I'm having a major. I'm like brain dead right now.
Let me get my flashlight. Let me see your pupils. Okay.
Like, am I experiencing concussion-like symptoms?
All right. Yep. He's confused.
All right. So can Jordan forbid? That's the word I'm using. Can Jordan forbid Nany and Jenna to go into elimination to nominate themselves? Like, does the whole tribunal have to agree for somebody in the tribunal to go down? Because Jordan was like, I'm going to do everything in my power to get Tori in there.
So I believe. Are you saying does it have to be unanimous? The tribunal's
Like,
vote?
yeah. Like, if Jenna's like, I want to go down, and Nany's like, okay, you can go down, can Jordan be like, no?
Yeah, I think that they all. I don't know if they all have to agree or if it's majority vote rules.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think a part of me feels like they all have to agree. I don't know.
Jordan made it sound like that. Jordan said he wants to take the power from Nany and Jenna. So either that means he won't let them volunteer themselves, or he'll get Tori in the House nomination, which he feels Tori should be confident against either of those. So that's still taking the power from them.
Why didn't Jordan not have a? I would think that him and Nany agreed that they wanted Jenna.
Yeah.
Why would he let her make that decision without being okay?
I think he explained himself. He was like, if I put Jenna or if I put Tori into the tribunal, then I would have to rely on the House to vote in so-and-so. I think we're going to see Tori versus Jenna.
Because if Tori was in the tribunal, the House could all vote Jenny or something to get her out.
Who knows what they would vote? They would probably vote Jenna just because of like her almost quitting.
Yeah, so I don't know why either he wouldn't just put Tori in the tribunal and guarantee that she can go in.
And this confusion that's happening right now is because of you, MTV, for giving us these stupid formatted episodes. We don't know what's going to happen.
I know. I wish we just saw the end of the episode so that way we didn't have to sit here and think about what's going to happen.
Yeah.
All right. So, but Jordan, Nany, and Jenna are all they're on the same line.
Yeah, they're all friends, but I don't know.
Jenny and Nany put each other first, so I think it's suspicious that Nany pulled Jenna.
Right. Nany pulled Jenna in, and then Johnny Bananas had that confessional, which was making me think.
I think Jenna told all of her friends, if you have the opportunity to put me in the tribunal, put me in the tribunal. I want to go into elimination.
If that happens, unsubscribe Jenna and Zach.
Oh, I already did.
I don't even think I'm subscribed. I don't really like their.
The only people I follow are.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. All right. So that wraps up the episode.
Thank you for joining us in this week's Challenge Express, where we expressed our feelings on last week's episode. Join us next time for episode 7. We'll see how all this plays out. Hopefully the episodes get back to normality. That would be nice. But until then, you've been chilling with the Valentines. Peace out.